everyone, welcome to a new series in which I will be showing you how to make a fish clicker game in Scratch. This is episode 1 and I will be showing you how to make the scoring system and a simple number counter. So let's get started. So let's create a new variable called score, and then in the beginning let's set it to 0, and then if so if the mouse pointer is touching the fish, and if the mouse is clicked at that time, then let's change the score by 1. But we have a problem. If we click, it increases like a lot. Like one click made the score to 20,856. So to solve this problem, let's do wait until not touching mouse pointer and mouse down. So now as you can see, it changes properly. Okay, cool. But this variable counter does not look good for clicker game. How do we solve this problem? Let's create a number counter. So create a new sprite called number counter, and then put your numbers. So for the I'll create numbers. I'll create costumes for each number. Costume 1 will be for number 1, and so on. Okay. Duplicate and then change the number for each costume. Okay. And then after 9, don't put 10 but put 0, and name the costume also 0. Okay. Now position it, suppose here. I'll position it here, uh, which is this position. To generate the digits, create a new block calling it generate digits, and click run without screen refresh to make this block fast. Also add an input called max digits, which is the maximum number of digits you want in your game. So first put show, then repeat max digits, and then let's create a new variable called index for this sprite only. Please make sure you take this. So first set the index to 0, then change it by 1 in the repeat block, and then create clone of myself, and then hide at the end. And then when green flag is clicked, generate digits. Maximum number of digits I want in my game is 25, so I'll stick to that. And then when I start as a clone, take a forever loop and keep this go to X and Y block here, and then as my starting X position is minus 183, I'll put minus 183 here, and then I'll take a multiplication block, and this will be our spacing. The other side of the multiplication block will be the amount of spacing in our number counter. I'll put minus 15 pixels, and put your index variable in the left side, and then take a if then else block, put a less than block, and at the end put index, then put length of round of score. So if the length of the so if we round off this score variable, uh, it will show the length of it, and if that is less than index, then we're going to hide, and then at the else we'll show, and we'll switch costume to letter index of score. So first it will generate all the digits, but then uh, if that is less than the score, like if it generates too much digits and it's not valid to the score you have, then it will hide. Otherwise it will show and switch costume to uh, the required costume, and this is required. So as you can see, this updates, and when it reaches 10, it shows the next digit. Let's create, to make this more customizable, let's create a new variable called spacing, and for that we will set spacing to 20 because 15 is small for me, and depending on the size of your number counter you should set the spacing. Okay, this spacing is good for me. I'll increase it a little bit more. Oh, okay, I did not change this. Make sure to put your spacing variable at the end of the multiplication block, and we'll put it back to 20. Okay, 20 is good. So that's the end of this tutorial. In episode 2 we will be adding special effects to make the game look even more better. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the upcoming videos. Bye.